Hi, everyone. Today is what is today? Is it Wednesday? Is it Thursday? Yeah, it's Wednesday, December 31st. Yeah, that's a nice feeling when I kind of what day of the week is it? So I've had now 2 weeks vacation. Our last day of school was the 17th, and a week ago was Christmas Eve, and so a week later, New Year's Eve. So it's been a peaceful day at home, uh, taking care of some things around here, cleaning up my desk, um, putting some things away, papers, and thinking a little bit about uh, next Monday. So if today is Wednesday, well, then I've got Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So I've got about 4 more days before we go back to school. Yeah, it's been restful, the vacation, and uh, picking up some um, new inspiration for the start of the new year and getting back to school. Thinking about projects already, things for Valentine's Day, for um, what to work on or what to look at in January, and some other projects and things. Um, and but uh, Yeah, feeling good where I'm at for ending 2025 and kind of projects I want to work on in 2026. I mentioned that a little bit yesterday, but still thinking about that a little bit more, especially with the presentation. That it Because of there's so many ideas trying to put into the presentation. Actually, it could be the start of a potential course, in case I present too many ideas, but or if there is interest to for people to send me a message or to sign up after they see the presentation. So hopefully it creates some interest in this concept of programming and developing language learning apps, since I find them to be interesting, and that um, if somebody finds an idea that maybe they could develop that further and it could become an app and they could sell it or generate ad revenue with it, and help other learners, since there might not always be uh, an app that already exists for a niche market. I think language learning is probably a little bit more niche, but and I think with some programming there could be a little bit of kind of scratch your own itch. That's what I've done with some of the things I've developed, is that I wanted to figure out something and or make something for a student. And when I was looking for things that are out there, maybe somebody said, "Oh, I'm too busy. Um, you might want to figure this out for yourself." So those are little ideas of putting that in there, and then that could becoming a project, especially as I want to pivot a little bit away from the TOEFL, since it's an exam keeps changing and the market seems to be students wanting more of these just free AI tools, and so in that case, the role of a teacher seems or a guide is less important. So it it is a double-edged sword of having this idea of, okay, encouraging learners to develop language learning tools, um, and yet a reliance on some of these tools without necessarily teacher input or I've heard that some of these apps are being developed by people who don't speak English. So for exam prep, without some of that background, it feels a little misguided. So I'm in a mix of places. I do like empowering students. I do like encouraging students to become independent learners. Um, it, and but at the same time, kind of finding where is the role of a teacher um, in that learning process. So, as a guide, as a kind of fellow kind of discoverer, learner, mentor, I like to be in some of those positions where I'm learning accompanied with other people and we kind of discover things together and we kind of support each other with our individual projects and discoveries, and not necessarily position myself in some cases as like, oh, I know everything. No, I'm also learning alongside you. As an English speaker, as an English teacher, I do take on that role as a teacher, to say, okay, I have the experience, but I'm still learning lots of things, discovering new things, the more I continue to learn. So it's a lifelong learning process. And so trying to figure out the kind of projects that reflect that for 2026. Yeah. Hola a todos, hoy es miércoles, el 31 de diciembre. Hoy es el último día del año y estoy apreciando este taza que recibí de la escuela, de una familia, y me gusta también este diseño que da una textura como si fuera como algo tejido, y estoy aprendiendo a tejer, y entonces estoy observando esos, cómo está cocido la textura. Es una de las cosas que he aprendido durante las vacaciones navideñas y está dándome ideas de cosas que puedo hacer para el próximo año o ser creativo de diferentes maneras. Y estoy pensando de como en esos proyectos para 2026, de cómo hacer una transición entre ciertos proyectos y desarrollar unos nuevos, o conectarme con nuevos alumnos, con ideas en común o creatividad en común. Y sí, estoy pensando mucho en esas cosas y reflexionando sobre el fin del año de 2025 y qué he aprendido, qué obstáculos he logrado enfrentar, o ciertos hitos que tengo atrás. Entonces estoy mucho en ese plan de reflexionar al final del año y ya con ganas de empezar el próximo año, y ya me siento reposado después de 2 semanas de vacaciones. Ha ayudado muchísimo. Y eso es todo para hoy. Bonjour tout le monde. Aujourd'hui, c'est mercredi, c'est le 31 décembre. Et je suis en train de réfléchir sur la fin de l'année et commencement de la nouvelle an. Je sais que c'est une date un peu arbitraire, mais quand même, c'est bien de terminer, fermer un cycle, conclure et de concevoir des projets, des idées pour l'avenir et pour un futur proche. Euh, et il y a des choses que j'ai réussi cette année, un peu malgré moi des fois, mais petit à petit, il y a des avancements et euh, je vais un peu mieux petit à petit et j'espère que avec 2026, il y a encore des choses euh, pour améliorer et pour avoir de l'espoir et avoir de la bonheur. Et c'est plein de choses comme ça à quoi je réfléchis en ce moment. Hallo an alle, heute ist Mittwoch, der 31. Dezember und heute ist der letzte Tag im Jahr und ich denke an viele Dinge. Was habe ich in dieses Jahr gemacht und was möchte ich zu tun in nächstes Jahr? Ähm, und ich bin dankbar, dass ich habe ähm, viele Dinge zu tun und ich bin glücklich mit der Ende des Jahres und ich bin glücklich und ich hoffe, dass ich kann mehr Dinge zu tun im 2026 und das ist alle für heute. Ciao a tutti, oggi è 31 di dicembre e il fine dell'anno e penso in molte cose per terminare l'anno e sono felice con le cose che ho fatto in quest'anno e spero che il prossimo anno può essere meglio che quest'anno e ci sono cose che voglio fare e nuove projects che voglio cominciare o develop e questo è tutto per oggi. Всем привет! Сегодня 31 декабря, и я думаю наконец, что делал этот год и что хочу делать на следующем годе, и у меня есть идея. И также я благодарен, что я делал несколько вещей, чтобы получить grow. И надеюсь, что я могу иметь больше энергии, я могу концентрировать больше, лучше, когда я хочу делать вещи в следующем году. И так, это все на сегодня. Большое спасибо, пока.